Hello student, this video is for practice set 1.3. Before we start solving the sums, let's learn some basic concept regarding to this exercise. Venn diagrams. As we know, ideas or concepts are better understood with the help of diagrams. This idea was used and developed by British logician John Venn to study sets. This diagram representing sets read called Venn diagrams. So let's see some examples which will clear what is meant by Venn diagrams. Here I have two sets, set X and set Y. We know that how to represent a set in curly bracket. Now let's learn how to represent or how to show the set through the Venn diagram. For that we can use any closed shape figure like rectangle, circle or triangle, anything. So I'm going to represent first set X through the Venn diagram. So I choose a rectangle. First give the name to rectangle, which set you are going to represent, that name you write inside. Then write down the element which that set contain. So this element I have written inside the rectangle. So this rectangle representing set X. Similarly, to represent set Y, I will give the name first and then the element which it contains. Next topic is subset. If A and B are two given sets and every element of set B is also an element of set A, then B is a subset of A, which is symbolically written as B subset of A. Let's understand this with example. Here we have two separate sets, set A and set B. You can see here every element of set B is present in set A, this 2, 4, 6. So we can say that set B is a subset of set A. Let's see how to represent it through Venn diagram. Here I have drawn one circle which represents set A. A consists element like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this is a set A. But you can see here we have the element 2, 4, 6 in set B. So this is my set B, which is a subset of A. On page number 8, see this box. Some important point they have noted here. First one, every set is a subset of itself. Means what? If we have any set like A, the element of set A belongs to A or is a part of A. So we can say A is a subset of itself. Empty set is a subset of every set. Because empty set do not contain any element, so empty set can become a part of any set. It can become a subset of any set. That's why it is written empty set is subset of every set. If A equal to B, then A is subset of B and B is subset of A. For example, if we have two A and B set, we can see all the element of set A is present in set B and all element of set B is present in set A. So it is equal set. A is equal set of B. Then we can say A is subset of B and B also a subset of A. Similarly, we can say that if A is subset of B and B is subset of A, then A and B is a equal set. Next is universal set. Think of bigger set which will accommodate all the given sets under consideration, which in general is known as universal set. So in general, universal set is the bigger set who contain all the sets. So let's understand it through example. Suppose a cricket team of 15 students is to be selected from a school. So we will consider all the students, or we will gather all the students in school who play cricket. So that is our universal set because it is bigger in number. And from that all students we will select 15 players for our team. So that is our subset of the universal set. Generally the universal set is denoted by U, and in Venn diagram it is represented by a rectangle. Let's see one more example. Here I have universal set and its subset A that I want to represent through Venn diagram. So first we will draw a rectangle which will represent universal set. Then draw a circle inside a rectangle which will represent set A, and copy down all the element of set A. So this is our set A. Now check which elements are remain in the universal set, and that you write outside a circle. So these are 1, 3, 5 and 7. So the number or the element which are not a part of set A but are present in universal set are called complement of that set. Means these numbers or these elements are not a part of set A but are present in universal set, so I will call them A complement or complement of set A. So that we can show in this way also. It is a complement. So the number, the element which is present in universal set but not in A, not in set A, are called A complement. So whenever we are finding the answer of A complement, we should keep this in mind. We should not include the element of set A in our list. We are finding opposite of A. This complement means opposite of A. The element which is present in set A, we have to exclude it, omit it from the universal set, and remaining element we have to list out. So the remaining elements are 1, 3, 5, 7. Now if I ask you again to find complement of A complement, means opposite of this set. This is complement sign, means opposite of A complement. So we will focus on this set. Now we have to omit this element from the universal set. So omit it, 1, 3, 5, 7. So the remaining element we will list out in the next set, 2, 4, 6, 8. This is our answer for complement of A complement. Now here you can see this, both the sets having same element. So the conclusion is complement of A complement is equal to the previous A set, original set. So this is a property of complement set. Complement of a complement is the given set itself. Second property is no elements are common in A and A complement. You can see here, there is no element are common in A and A complement. Third property is A is subset of universal set and A complement also a subset of universal set. You can see here, these all elements are present in universal set. So we can say A is subset of universal set, as well as these elements also present in universal set. So A complement also a subset of universal set. Next is complement of set U, means universal set, is empty set. As we know, universal set is the bigger set which include all the subset. So opposite of all is nothing. So this is opposite of all will be empty set. complement of universal set is empty set. Similarly, complement of empty set is universal set. Means what? Empty means nothing. Complement means its opposite. Nothing's opposite of nothing is everything, and everything means universal set. So complement of empty set is universal set. Start with the practice set 1.3. Question number 1. Here they have given set A, B, C and D. And we have to find out the following statements are true or false. First statement, C is subset of B. Let's check. Where is our C set? This is our C set. What element it contains? B and D. We have to check out whether these elements are present in set B or not. See here, B and D we have to find. No, they are not present in the B set. So this statement is false. Second question, A is subset of D. Check out whether all elements of set A are present in D. No. So this statement also false. Next one, D is subset of B. D contain element A and E. Check this whether they are present in B. No, A is not there. So this statement also false. D is subset of A. Where is D? What we have? A and E element. So check it whether this A and E are present in set A. Yes. So we can say D is subset of A. This statement is true. Next one. B is subset of A. B contain elements C, D, E, F. Check out whether all elements of set B are present in set A. C is there, D is there, E also there. This F is not present in set A. So the statement is false. Next one. C is subset of A. C contain B and D element. So check out B and D is present in the set A. So this statement is true. So from this example, I hope you understood how to find whether any set is subset of other set or not. Next question. Take the set of natural numbers from 1 to 20 as universal set. So here we have to make a universal set, capital U, which contain numbers 1 to 20, and show set X and Y using Venn diagram. So this we have to represent in Venn diagram. What we will do first, we will convert this roster method, rule method into a listing method. So first, make a list of universal set. They said set of natural numbers from 1 to 20. So write down the numbers, natural numbers from 1 to 20. So this is our universal set. Now next they said set X is a set of all X such that X belong to natural number, means 1 to infinity. But X is between 7 to 15. So which number will come in this list? 8. X is greater than 7. So next number after 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Don't take this 15 because X is smaller than 15. So this is our list of set X. Now let's make a set Y. Y is a set of all Y's such that Y belongs to natural number. So again 1 to infinity. Y is prime number from 1 to 20. So the prime number, we know that prime numbers mean the number which is divisible by itself only. So which number is divisible by itself? 1 is not a prime number, neither composite. Next one. 2 is a prime number. 3, 4 comes in 2's table. 5, 6 also come in 2's and 3's table. So it is not a prime number. 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. This is a list of prime number from 1 to 20. So both the set we got. Now let's proceed for the Venn diagram. Let's draw a Venn diagram for the first question. First draw a rectangle which will represent the universal set. Then draw a circle which will represent set X and copy down all the elements of set X inside a circle. So which element are they? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now the remaining element of universal set we have to write outside the circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 8, 9, 10 till 14 are the element of X. So we will not write that again. So after 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 till 20, as universal set is till 20. In the same way we can draw Venn diagram for the second question. First draw a rectangle, give name capital U. This is a set Y and list out all the element of or write all the element of set Y in the circle. And be careful when you are writing the remaining element of universal set. It should not be repeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. See the third question. They have given the set U and P and they asked to show the set U, P and complement of P by Venn diagram. So in notebook I have solved this. First copy down the given set U and P, and then we will find complement of P. So we have to omit this element from the universal set. So remaining element will be a part of complement of P. 2, 8, 9, 11, 12 are the element of set complement of P. And for Venn diagram, draw a rectangle which represent universal set and this circle will represent the P set. And the element which will not comes inside a circle are the element of P complement. So list out the element of set P 1, 3, 7, 10 and the remaining element outside the circle. So these are the element of P complement. Second sub question of question number 3. Verify complement of P complement is equal to P. Now first copy down the universal set and set P which is already given. Then we will find complement of P first. So we know the trick how to find the complement of P. We have to exclude this element from the universal set. So remaining element are the P complement. So this is the complement of P. Now we need complement of P complement. So opposite of P complement we will find here. So again exclude this element from universal set. So which element we will get? 1, 3, 7, 10. This is our equation 1 and this one is the equation number 2. Now we can compare these two equations. From equation 1 and 2, we can say that complement of P complement is equal to the set P. Hence proved. See the fourth question. Set A has given which having the element 1, 3, 2, 7. Then write any three subset of A. This is open-ended question. You can write any subset. Subset means what? You have to include any one of the element in your set. That will become a subset of set A. So you can write any subset which contain the same element from the set A. Empty set also the part of set A. So this empty set also subset of A. You can include it in your list. Anything you can write from the set A. So these are the subset of A. N number of answer you will get for this question. Question number 5. Write the subset relation between the sets. Here sets has given and we have to find which set will be a subset of another. So let's find out. They have given set P is the resident in Pune. M is the set of resident in Madhya Pradesh. I is the set of resident in Indore. B is the set of resident in India. H is the set of resident in Maharashtra. Now let's start with the P. We know that the resident in Pune are also the resident of Maharashtra. Where is the Maharashtra? H. So I will write it. P is a subset of H, means the element of set P is an element of set H also. As well as resident in Pune are also a resident of India. So I will write P is subset of India. B is representing set India. Next, M is the set of Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh belongs to India. So M is subset of India. I, Indore. The resident in Indore are also the resident of Madhya Pradesh. So I is subset of Madhya Pradesh as well as I is subset of India. Now here India will not come under any subset. Next is Maharashtra. Maharashtra means H is a subset of India. So this is a subset relationship. Next question they ask, which set from the above example can be chosen as a universal set? Means the set which not comes under any other subset. So that is India. B is the universal set. As element of B will not come in another set. So we can say that B is the universal set. Question number 6. Which set of numbers could be the universal set for the sets given below? Here some sets has given. Set A is a set of multiple of 5, means 5 stable. Set B is the multiple of set 7, means 7 stable. Set C is a multiple of 12, means 12 table. So let's solve this question in notebook. So what thing we will do first? First we will convert all these sets into the listing method. Then we will find or we will search which set could be the universal set for that. As we know already, natural number, whole number and integer having this kind of set. Natural number start from 1, 2, 3 and so on. Whole number from 0 to infinity, and integer contain all the positive, negative and 0. So these sets can be a subset of natural number, whole number and integer. Therefore, A, B and C are the subset of N, W as well as I, that is natural number, whole number and integers. Any of the set natural number, whole number or integer can be taken as an universal set for the sets A, B and C. Answer for the second question is also same as like first one. So you can try it as homework. Seventh one. Let all students of class is an universal set. Let set A be the student who secure 50% or more marks in maths. Then write the complement of set A. So what they said here, we have set A which include the student who secure 50% and more than 50% marks in maths. And we have to find complement of A. So what will be the opposite of it? Here they included 50% and more than. So in our complement list, we will include the student who secure less than 50% marks in maths. So in answer, how we will write it? The complement of set A is the set of student who secure less than 50% marks in maths. Very simple. So here we finish our practice set 1.3. I hope you all understood all the problems and their solution. I suggest you to solve all the questions again in your notebook to understand it well.